Welcome back to my channel and another how-to video. This one is a 3-part series showing you how to plan, film and create a 3D map using an iOS app called Copterus and your DJI drone. This app currently does not work with the Mini 2 or Air 2S until DJI released their new SDK. So for this series of videos I will be using the Mavic Mini. In part 1 of the series we looked at how to download the app and plan and create a mission capturing the pictures needed to create a 3D map of Final Castle. In part 2 we will now fly the mission and I will take you through how to use the app and what to do if you lose signal while flying. Once you've completed your pre-flight checks and are ready to fly, switch on the drone and the controller and open the DJI Fly app. Once the drone is connected and GPS is locked and the home point has been updated, you can then close DJI Fly and open Copterus. With Copterus open, now we need to open the mission we created in part 1. Click the 3-line icon at the bottom of the screen and select Missions Lists. In the Missions list, you will see the Final Castle mission we created. Click this. The mission will then load and will show you how far the drone is located away from the start point. In this case, it was 249 meters. You can also see the summary of the flight, the area it will cover, as well as the time it will take, which is 15 minutes, and that will use one battery and take 100 photos. When ready, click Fly. You are now asked what you'd like the drone to do once the mission is finished. I tend to use Go Home, which it takes it back to the start point. For some models of drone, not the Mavic Mini, you can also say what you'd like the drone to do should the signal be lost. For my drone, it will return to home, more on this later on, but you could set it to continue the mission. When you're ready, slide the icon to take off. The drone will then take off and hover. If you want to see the live feed from the drone's camera during the mission, click the camera icon in the bottom right hand corner. In the bottom left, you will be able to see some flight details such as the height, speed, vertical speed, as well as the distance from the home point. At the top of the screen, you will also see further information including signal strength, the number of linked satellites, the battery charge, and a green tick indicating that everything is ready and the drone is healthy. Directly beneath this is the flight bar. This shows you the mission progress, including how much time has elapsed, the time the battery has remaining, as well as icons showing the end point of the mission and when the drone will be at the home point. This helps you ensure you have enough battery and also gives a guide where you may need to land and change batteries should your mission need more than one. We are now ready to fly. If you want to land now, click the land icon or land it manually. If not, click Start to begin the mission. The drone will now climb to your desired height and head for the start point of the mission. You can stop the mission at any time by clicking the stop icon in the app or taking manual control with the controller. You can see the drone here on the map marked with the arrow showing the direction in which the drone is facing. You can just about make out the home point, which is a purple house and a blue dot. Once the drone reaches the start point of the mission, you will hear a bell sound. The drone will now fly along the plan you created with the bell sounding at each waypoint. The status icon in the right hand corner will change as issues in the flight arise. Here you can see it changed to a yellow warning triangle caused by the remote controller signal dropping to 2 bars. When the controller dropped to 1 bar, it turned red. You can now let the drone fly the mission safely while maintaining a visual line of sight. Also, keep an eye out on the status bar for any issues, such as if the signal gets lost. Next we will see what happens when the drone signal is lost. The drone will then do what you asked it to do in the initial setup stages. In this case, it will return to home. The mission finished message shows, simply click OK. The drone will now start to fly to the home point. Once contact with the drone is regained, it will show on the map, returning to home. For this example, I want to stop the return to home and continue the mission once I've moved to a better signal area. Click Stop and confirm you want to stop the return to home. The drone will now hover until you either take manual control or resume the mission. Before I resume, I want to check the drone status. Click the green tick in the right corner. Here you can see everything is green or OK. If you want more details, should you have an error, simply click the relevant section. Now it's time to complete the mission. Locate the start point of the mission and click the mission icon. Then click Open. This will open the mission. When ready, click Start, and again select your flight preferences. When you're ready, slide the icon to start the flight. The mission now only shows the waypoints that are left to fly. The drone will then pick up the mission from the last completed waypoint and finish it. Remember to keep the drone in visual line of sight at all times and keep an eye on the status icon for any error messages that may appear. When the mission is finished, the message will show. Click OK and the drone will then return to home and land. That's it. The mission is complete. All the photos are taken and stored on the SD card in the drone. In the final part of this series, I will show you how using WebODM you can transform the photos into a stunning 3D map of Farnham Castle. Why not subscribe to the channel so you're notified when part 3 is uploaded, and thanks again for watching.